Hey girls, today is September 3rd and I am on cycle day 23 and 11 DPO. But this video is not about this cycle. This video is to talk about how I have learned how to let my body tell me when I am ovulating and when I'm about to ovulate, when I am about to have my period. I'm gonna try to see if I can keep this video under 10 minutes, and at the end I will give you an update on what's going on for this cycle. So when I first started TTCing, I was not using OPKs. I was not testing my cervical mucus. I was not testing my cervix because it's something that I have never done before. It was all new to me. So it just started maybe, I don't know, 10 months ago when I found out that I can test my cervix and I can let my cervical mucus tell me when I am about to ovulate or when I am ovulating. So it has been great because I use my body as a tool to tell me, when these things are happening, and it has been really great. So what I do every month, I test with my ovulation kit. And before, I used to use tons and tons of them. I used to buy them on the internet when you buy the cheapies, but I stopped using the cheapies a few months ago. So I would use an OPK from cycle day 6, 7 all the way until the day I ovulate, and I was using them 2-3 times a day. What a waste, eh? So when I started learning about my cervix and my cervical mucus, I started using less and less and less. I know it's not easy for some people to test their cervix because some people, they cannot reach their cervix, it's too high. But for me, it is easy. Whenever I'm taking my shower or whatever, I can test my cervix and feel it. Guys, this is a TMI video. We're not kids here. If you're trying to conceive, you know it. You know about your cervical mucus. Whether you're trying to conceive or not, cervical mucus, it's something natural. It's normal to have, and your cervix it's there. I mean, if you don't want to test and feel your cervix, that's absolutely fine. But I just want to do this video just to talk about real things, and it is something that I do every day, and I don't feel ashamed to talk about it at all. If some people think, well, you should be talking about cervical mucus, well, that's fine. You want to hide that you don't have cervical mucus, that's okay too, but it is normal. Your body makes it. Everybody has it. All ladies, we have it. So I stopped using tons and tons of OPKs. I moved from the cheapies to now I'm using first response digital ovulation test because I was sick and tired of trying to figure it out. Are the two lines the same? Am I ovulating? I just couldn't play this guessing game anymore, so I moved on to the big guns. So what I do now, what I've been doing for the past few months, well, longer than a few months, but about a year, I learn how to test and feel my cervix. So it's something I do starting from cycle day, I don't know, 9, 10, because it is a real indicator when you're about to ovulate and when you are ovulating. I mean, it is hard sometimes for some people. If you cannot find your cervix, how can you feel it to see if it's high, if it's low, if it's this and that? I know it's hard for a lot of people to even, wrap your brains around it. Soft, firm, medium, open, close. How do you know? I mean, you learn that from doing it all the time. Every month you try. Some people try it once a day. Some people try it twice a day. I test twice a day when I'm taking my showers. So I start using less and less OPK simply because I let my body tell me what's going on. Because if you know your body will tell you what's going on, especially when it comes to ovulation time. You have the ovulation pain that I feel all the time when I am about to ovulate. My cervical mucus. I mean, guys, you all know about the sticky, creamy, lotiony, dry EWCM. You know it. So when you're about to ovulate, your cervical mucus will be very, very clear, and just you can put it between your finger, you can see it going like that. For me, it starts 2-3 days before I ovulate, but the consistency is different. Even though when I start with EWCM 3 days before ovulation and the day before ovulation, it's different. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. 3 days before ovulation, my EWCM is nice and clear, but it is a little bit thicker. The day before I ovulate, it's a little bit more clear and thinner. So I know for sure that I am about to ovulate, and my cervix will go very, very high and very soft, and the opening is a little bigger because I already had 2 kids. I always have this little, spot on my cervix where you can feel it was open before. So I go with that. I go with my ovulation pain, and I feel frisky, and that's what your body does. It tells you that you should have sex. So anyway, I try that and it works. This cycle I use only 3 first response ovulation test, and I got it, I think, the second day. So I used one the night before I ovulate, and I know it was coming close. I had the blank face, and the next day in the morning, I think it was 11 o'clock in the morning, and I had the smiley face. And I didn't even have to take another one, but I did take one the next day just to make sure that I still have that smiley face. So you can use less ovulation tests because they do cost a fortune. I mean, yes, it's something you have to do, but if you can use less, it's a good thing for me. So once I ovulate, my cervical mucus turn into creamy, dry, sticky, and I start spotting, and I check. I do believe that when you take your temperature, it will tell you. It has been telling me for the past 17 months when I am going to ovulate, because you can see the dip here, the dip. It tells you ovulated that day, and when progesterone kicks in and you see your temperature start going up here. And to me, when I'm about to have my period, I can tell because my cervix never let me down, always open before I have my period. And 5, 6, 7 days before I have my period, my cervix will be open, and my temperature always drop. Like yesterday, I made a video and talking about my temperature. My temperature went up yesterday, and I knew for a fact that my temperature will drop down today. I predicted it. It's simply because it happens every month. My temperature will go up on cycle day 9 or 10, and the next day on cycle day on 11 DPO, it'll drop down. So in a way, I can tell without a pregnancy test, without an ovulation test, if I am about to ovulate, if I am about to have my period. So a quick second to talk about this cycle. I am on cycle day 23 and my temperature dropped. I took a pregnancy test this morning. It is negative. I am not pregnant. under 10 minutes. Yay! Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I hope to see you back again soon. Thanks. Bye bye.